Hi everybody, I'm Celine from the Communication Unit in the CEN and CENELEC Management Center. I'm here today to introduce you to our demo on a new concept, the 10-10 webinars. In CEN and CENELEC Management Center, we are committed to ease the work experience you have with our services. For this reason, CCMC launched in March 2014 this series of 10-10 webinars. To know more about it and to guide us in understanding how these webinars work, I'm here with Nathalie Paquet, who is the responsible person here in CCMC for organizing these webinars. She will let you know what the concept is about and how the webinars work in practice. Hi Nathalie, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. So in fact we felt in CCMC that there is a need for our community to be kept up to date on the latest developments in standardization and also on specific topics that could have a direct impact on the technical work. The 10-10 webinars were an opportunity to inform the community in a more interactive manner and direct approach. The principle is that every 10th of the month at 10 o'clock Brussels time, you can follow a dedicated training given virtually through our GoToWebinar platform. Regarding the calendar, firstly, we invite you to check our annual calendar related to the 10-10 webinars on the website. And you can send us directly a registration request via the email 1010webinars@cencenelec.eu. Then we will keep your contact details to ensure that you will receive the invitation for the webinar you wish to attend. Now in practice, in fact, on the first working day of each month, where a 10-10 is organized, of course, I send an invitation to our technical bodies officers, but also to our national members, to our affiliates, our partners, and they are free to share this invitation to anyone who could be interested in attending the webinar. If you are a member of our community, or if you have sent a registration request before, you will receive an invitation to log in on the date. For registering, you register to the link from the invitation. And then, on the day of the webinar, just simply click on the link from your confirmation email and join us in the virtual waiting room. At 10 o'clock Brussels time, we will start the broadcasting. Now, maybe you wonder who is behind the webinar. In fact, it's a real teamwork involving CCMC staff people from different departments and sometimes also speakers from our community. Myself, I moderate the webinar, which consists in introducing the webinar topic of the day, but also the presenters, of course, and sometimes there are more than one, and reminding the modalities of the webinars. At the end of the presentation, I also read out loud all the questions raised during the webinar, and the speakers answer on the spot. In the room with me, you see on the slide here, there is also staff acting as IT support for technical aspects, and someone, Céline in fact, from the communication unit and our speakers of the day. Regarding the webinar key steps, we try to articulate the webinar around several highlights. The presentation itself, but also the key learning points. That's to say the major elements that we wish the attendees to remember. And finally, we also propose a short survey that pops up once the participants log off from the webinar. In 2014, for example, we know from the result of this short survey that we got a satisfaction rate of 80%. Now, if you're interested in figures, Céline can explain you the figures we have for last year and those that we have for this year regarding the participants and the webinars that were followed.
From this slide, we can see what the 10-10 webinars represent until now. In 2014, we had 9 webinars with an amount of 432 participants, while in 2015, so for the first 5 months of the year up to May, we had 5 webinars for already 560 participants. So when we compare the figures that we have for the first months of 2015 and those of last year, We already have a 200 increase of attendance, which is huge.
Now we are happy to welcome participants from the CEN CENELEC community, so all over Europe, but we also reach wider horizons with countries like Israel, Russia, Moldavia or Morocco. And finally, another figure we can provide is the top 3 of the most popular webinars in 2014, which were partnership with the presentation of the new guide that was developed, the constructions standards, and finally the appeals, claim for defective standards and formal objections.
And Natalie, if someone has missed one of our webinars, what can he do?
Well, in fact, don't worry, because you still have the possibility to check on our website and access the presentation, plus the list of questions and answers that were raised during a webinar. And from this year on, you can also access a video recording of the webinars that you should have missed. If you still have some questions about the webinar, you can use the email address 10-webinars@cencenelec.eu, and I will forward any question you have to the relevant staff member here at CCMC.
Thank you, Natalie, and
You're
thank
welcome.
you to all of you, and we hope to see you very soon during one of our 1010 webinars. Bye!
Bye-bye.